In some relationships, power doesn't come from strength. It comes from who cares less. The one who is more invested often speaks softer, tries harder, waits longer, explains more than they should. And slowly, without even realizing it, they begin to shrink to fit a space that was never meant to hold them, while the other moves freely, responds when they feel like it, shows up on their terms, gives just enough to keep the connection alive, but never enough to make it secure. The person who cares less is not always stronger, just more detached. And detachment is not power, it's distance. Real power and love, it's not in who can walk away first. It's in two people who don't play that game at all. Because love was never meant to feel like a competition of who feels less. It was meant to feel like safety for two people who choose fully and without fear to care deeply. At first, it felt balanced. They laughed the same, texted the same, showed up the same. It felt easy, like two people walking at the same pace. No one pulling ahead, no one falling behind. But slowly, something shifted. Not loud, not dramatic, just subtle. She started caring more, just a little, replying faster, staying up longer, replaying conversations in her head, wondering if she said too much or not enough, trying harder, smiling softer, adjusting more to his mood, his timing, his silence. And him, he noticed, not in the way you'd hope, not with deeper effort, but with quiet comfort. Because once someone realizes you'll bend, they stop feeling the need to meet you halfway. And that's how it begins, not with heartbreak, but with imbalance, a power shift. He didn't say it out loud, but he leaned into it. Took longer to reply, left messages sitting, unread, just long enough to remind her she wasn't a priority anymore. Canceled plans more easily, less apology, I see it now. Less explanation, like her time had quietly become less valuable. And when he did show up, it was just enough attention, just enough affection, just enough presence to keep her there. Because he had learned something unspoken but powerful. She wasn't going anywhere. And when someone knows you won't leave easily, they stop fearing your absence. No urgency, no pressure, no reason to rise when you're already staying at their lowest. And once that fear is gone, effort becomes optional. Not because they don't understand love, but because they understand they no longer have to earn it. And that's where the shift completes. When one person is trying to keep the connection and the other is simply maintaining control. She started shrinking, not all at once, but in pieces. Her voice got softer, her laughter less free, her thoughts carefully filtered before they ever left her lips, thinking before speaking, rewriting texts, deleting words that felt too much, holding back questions because she already knew they might annoy him, apologizing for things she didn't even do. Sorry if I bothered you. Sorry if I overreacted. Sorry for caring. Trying to keep the peace while quietly losing herself. Adjusting her needs. Minimizing her feelings. Convincing herself that asking for more was asking for too much. And the hardest part? She remembered who she used to be. Confident, open, certain of her worth. But now she second-guessed everything. Because loving someone deeply without being loved the same way back, it turns confidence into anxiety. It turns peace into overthinking. It turns love into something that feels like walking through glass, carefully, quietly, hoping not to bleed. The hard truth: the relationship didn't lack love, it lacked balance. There were feelings, real ones, moments that felt genuine, memories that meant something. But love without balance doesn't stay gentle. One person was all in, heart open, effort consistent, trying even when it hurt. The other was comfortable receiving, comfortable knowing they didn't have to give the same in return, comfortable being chosen without ever fully choosing back. And comfort without accountability creates control. Not loud, not obvious, but steady and quiet. Because the one who can walk away easiest decides everything. The pace, the effort, the direction, and the one who stays adjusts to all of it. Not because they're weak, but because they care more. And sometimes That's exactly what cost them the most. Here's the truth most people avoid. Don't just ask if they love you. Ask if they value you enough to meet you halfway, to show up consistently, to choose you clearly, to make you feel secure, not uncertain. Because love, real love, doesn't leave you guessing your place in someone's life. It doesn't make you earn what should be given freely. Love should feel safe, steady, mutual, not like a game where silence has power and distance creates value. Because the moment love becomes a game, the one who feels less wins. But that's not love, that's control.